Good morning. It's Friday. June 12th, sorry. I saw something online last night. I watched a lot of Brian Entin from News Nation. I'm not a News Nation fan, but I'm a Brian Entin fan. He's got a lot of not necessarily just charisma, but he's got a lot of respect and morals for the victims of the people of the cases that he talks about, and I really respect that. So, but I was watching a thing last night. They were talking about, and this is the first time I'd heard about it. There was a they say it's a horse show. I'm assuming it was a barrel racing thing in Las Vegas, where one of the gals that was competing went through and stabbed like 3 or 4 of the horses. Not her own, but I guess she had one there that she was going to compete with or something. And I grew up in the horse show circuit thing, and certainly not to that extent, but we are a close community. A close-knit, you know everybody. Actually, you don't know everybody. You know everybody's horses. For the longest time, this girl, Sherry, for the longest time, I called her Shorty because that was her horse name. So do you remember so-and-so? No, I don't. Well, he had the blue roan. Oh, yes, I remember him now. That kind of thing. But to imagine anybody, much less somebody in the community doing it, that's just unbelievable to me. In their stalls, she would get into their stall, stab them multiple times, and one of them happened to get out of its stall and bleeding everywhere, and she was able to catch it, and then she had the audacity to say that she was helping it. He had a gal, Brian Entin had a gal on his show last night that was discussing the whole thing. She herself is a barrel racer. I don't believe she was there in Vegas at that time, but she, knows the victims and their horses, and she was talking about somebody who can do this is absolutely, I can't remember exactly what word she said. I would personally use the word disgusting. But at the same time, she said this girl has, she's a juvenile, so they can't give a name. But this girl has exhibited lots of mental health issues in the past. And she said this girl is disgusting, the fact that she could do it, but at the same time, she said the system and the adults in her life have failed her. And in essence, hi. And in essence has failed that community, because they're the ones that are having to deal with it. Okay, I gotta put this. Come on, there we go. Okay, so anyway, the whole thing with the mental health. Could it be that she had an episode and then snapped out of it and didn't remember? Is that what happened? That she didn't remember that she stabbed these horses and she was trying to help? Did she have, I know people that have had seizures where they're not acting like seizing, but they're mentally seizing. And they don't remember a thing. They're fully aware and awake, but don't remember a darn thing. So, there could be that. There's a whole bunch of different things that could have been. And the fact that it happened at all is just so sad. But you know, she had a very good point last night. She said, you know, mental health is not something to be ashamed of, and it's not something to let slide. If you don't know how to handle the person that has these mental health issues, find someone who can. And she is absolutely right. Because if you just sweep it under the rug, this is the kind of stuff that can happen. So, that's my PSA for the day. Anyway, it's a beautiful Friday. There is sun shining and the weather is warm, not too hot. I don't believe it's supposed to rain today, or if it does, I'm going to be inside, so that's fine. Anyway, I love you guys, and if I don't see you before, have a great weekend. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Love you. Bye.